Hey YouTubers, Raven here,
Starfire.
and tonight we're talking about Legends! Tonight's episode!
Yes. Season 6, Episode 9. This is Gus.
It was an episode.
I don't know. I mean, I told her, I was like, they're finally gonna do Bayrod's origin story. We've been waiting for that since he came on the freaking show.
And then I responded with, finally! Too bad they waited long enough for me to hate the fucking character.
And then the episode just reinforced the reason why we already don't like him.
There's no character development. Well, I mean, I can't say that there was no character development.
There was character development.
There was in this episode. Finally.
But
too little, too late.
At the same time,
there wasn't.
Of course, a show about guys getting high would totally change his life, right? Like, of course.
Right. Watching a TV show totally changes the course of your whole entire reality.
I mean, look, I understand a TV show changing your life. Like, literally, I understand that. Because there's been a lot of TV shows that have, like, completely influenced me. But, like, that show was just bad.
Well, I mean, he was high when he watched it.
I know, that's the whole point.
Yeah.
It's a show about getting high, so you are high while you watch it.
Exactly. It's why everybody loved the movie Avatar.
I've not seen it, and I don't want to see it.
The one with the big giant blue guys?
Yeah.
It was such a good movie. I loved it. But that's why everybody went, like, that's why, like, hundreds of people would go back and rewatch it. They'd watch it while they were high because of all the colors.
I was annoyed because it, like, got all these awards, and I'm like, really?
You should watch it and see why.
Yeah. That was back when it came out, though.
Right. But it's still awesome.
Yeah.
And holds up.
Oh, I'm sure it does. And James Cameron did Titanic, so, you know. But I just, at the time, wasn't interested in it.
Yeah.
I might eventually see it, but it's not a priority.
And I feel the same way about Titanic.
Yeah.
I might eventually see it, but it's not a priority.
Mm-hmm. I'm not ruling it out. I'm just saying I'm not going to see it anytime soon.
Exactly. But yeah, like, this episode just...
The only good thing about this episode was that our Zari gets to come out of the totem.
Oh my god, I freaked out. Like, seriously, ask her, you guys. Like, I freaked out.
Like, literally.
I jumped,
I was like, as soon as Nate sees you, you better go kiss your woman.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, thank you.
Yes. Oh my gosh. She's gonna be able to come and go as she pleases now. Like, oh my gosh.
I do like what the current Zari was saying about Bayrod to our Zari.
Yeah.
You know, and like the narration of that was nice and everything.
Her character development was good this episode.
Yeah. I mean, I've gotten to like this Zari.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like her at first, but
right, she's grown on us.
I have gotten to a point where I can deal with it.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't completely throw me when she goes Ashley Constantine anymore.
I mean, I like her fashion.
Yeah.
But I like the other Zari because she's just herself. She's just genuine.
She's not trying to be something for everyone else.
She's not this rich, kind of snooty, like, girl who goes around talking like this and, you know, does those kinds of things and is, like, always on her phone and doing things like that. Like,
yeah.
That's why I was turned off from her at first, because I don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm just like, I can tolerate it.
Yeah.
But she's still not my favorite.
Nah. But like,
so it was just so nice to see our Zari.
Yes.
And like see her with Nate again.
Yes.
It was just really nice.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a saving grace of the episode, honestly.
It was.
I mean, I really didn't even know what to say.
No, like I was sitting through
If that hadn't happened, we probably would not have anything to really concrete to say about this episode.
We say it was an episode and it happened. Bye, guys!
Like, we would just be spending the rest of it talking about other things because we wouldn't really know what to say about it.
Mm-hmm. I do think that over the course of the time getting to know the new Zari, I've come to realize that, like, her nose and her phone type attitude, it's really because she has, like, she flaunts her self-worth, but she actually doesn't have any.
Yeah. Like, she acts like she's confident, but she's really not.
Right. She doesn't view herself as worth anything.
But our Zari just is herself, and she already has confidence.
Yeah.
Like, she doesn't have to fake it, or she doesn't have to try. It's just there.
Right. But I mean, also at the same time, like, this new Zari, she's like she's a childhood star. She became famous when she was a kid. And then you look at like actors today that grew up in the spotlight, like they didn't exactly have the best time.
No, they didn't.
Like, most of them are going through a bunch of shit now because
they were fucked over when they were kids. The ones that made it out are lucky. Yeah. Seriously, they are lucky AF because there's a lot of child stars who are screwed up now.
Yeah.
That are adults now that are screwed up because of that.
And like, if you look at the new Zari, like, she didn't come out of it totally fucked up, but she didn't come out of it unscathed either.
Yeah.
And I think what we're seeing now from this new Zari is her learning how to become a person when she never had the chance to learn that.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. I like her now. It's just at first I was kind of just really turned off by her attitude.
I like getting to go on this journey.
But like, especially this episode, it kind of really just like, okay, you know, she has this idea of Behrad, and our Zari has this idea of Behrad, and so like she was explaining it to her and talking about him in a way that was like really nice and saying that he's this amazing person and she likes him the way that he is, even though he kind of, you know, runs on his own thing. He plays to the beat of his own drum. Like, he's just he's weird, but he's him. He's Behrad. Right. And so,
but she also like doesn't like the fact, like, she's finally realizing that she never got to know her brother. Yeah. And I think that actually bothers her. The fact that she had the chance to get to know her brother and chose not to, when our Zari never got that chance. Like, the totem was meant to go to her brother, but the day her brother was born was when all shit broke loose, and they had to run for their lives, so her brother never really had a life, and then he died, and she took the totem. Like... Yeah. So,
I mean, in a way, it was almost kind of like current Zari's story and Behrad's story, because she was growing as well by seeing what was going on with Behrad and, like, what he, you know...
what he could have been without her being... Like, if she never became Dragon Girl, and the world didn't end up going to shit like our Zari's world, but, like, if their world went completely normal and nothing went wrong, Behrad probably would have ended up very similar to the person we saw tonight. And I think that concept scared Zari. Because she realized that he put everything on hold for me. And I never paid attention to him. Like, if it wasn't for me, he would have realized his actual dreams instead of flipped burgers. Yeah. You know, like, I mean, I'm sure he had dreams other than flipping burgers, but he didn't want to pursue them because he'd just be Dragon Girl's little brother. Yeah. You know? So, yeah. I think it was a brother-sister episode of maturity.
Mm-hmm.
Not for him, though. He went back to the same thing.
But he did have some growth.
Yeah. I mean, we got more, relationship with him and Astra. It's getting there, boys! It's getting there!
It's like they're just pairing everybody off at this point.
Yes, everyone but Mick gets a girlfriend.
Although now he's pregnant.
That's why he's gonna leave the show, so he can raise his kids correctly.
Which totally reminds me of this Star Trek Enterprise episode where Trip is with this alien and he doesn't realize that what he does with her, from just him sticking his hands inside this thing, is their way of having intercourse, and then he becomes pregnant. I haven't actually seen the whole episode, but I know what happens. And yeah. So it totally makes me think of that.
Yeah.
If that's where they got their inspiration from, then
yeah, I mean,
more power to them, I guess. I don't know, although the promo looked really weird.
Right.
And I don't really know the direction that this show is going for the rest of the season, but I'm kind of not looking forward to it.
The one bit I'm looking for, the 2 bits I'm looking forward to is seeing Mick go through pregnancy, because that's gonna be fucking hilarious. And then, and then getting to see Arzari.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
literally,
we're not gonna get to see her every episode.
No, but literally seeing
but
Zari and like Nate and Zari together will literally be like what I look forward to in the episode.
Yeah.
Because
it gives us something to look forward to.
These episodes are just really all over the place and weird and out there, and I'm not enjoying it as much as I used to.
No.
So, I don't know.
Yeah.
And we have 6 more episodes.
We do.
Like, I don't...
The season's not good.
It's been okay, but it's definitely not one of the better seasons.
The Mick storyline was the best thing that happened to this season.
Yeah. Because what they did to Sarah is just...
Yeah. Now everyone's okay with it.
And is it me, or did she look really different this episode?
I
not different, but like, she just seemed like she was like fuller in the face, and like, I don't know, she just looked different to me.
I don't know, for the first time I wasn't actually paying attention to Sarah.
Like, I'm not trying to be mean.
No, yeah.
But she just looked different. I don't know if it was the angles. I don't know.
It might have been the angles.
What it was, but she just looked different.
Yeah, I think it might have been the angles. We'll know next week if it's the same thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, I don't know.
Like, I almost wish that The Flash still had more episodes than Legends did, because I'm liking The Flash a lot more than Legends right now.
Right. Like,
seriously,
I used to live for Sarah scenes.
I need Chester and Allegra. Like, so badly. I do.
I know.
I need that to satisfy me until the next season. We only have 2 more episodes.
I know.
And we didn't get anything with them last episode.
I know.
So I need something to happen in the finale. So that it can tide me over until season 8.
Yeah. But like, you guys know I used to live for Sarah scenes. You know,
Sarah and Ava.
And Ava, Sarah in general.
I mean,
but like, how quickly they got over the fact that she's half alien.
I mean, and like I've been saying too,
and a clone.
Like, I really think that ever since Rey left, the show hasn't been as good.
It hasn't. Where's her crisis of identity?
Because I know that there were times where he was annoying, and I know that, like, he didn't always do the best things sometimes and make the best choices and decisions.
Give that teleporting stone done.
But he brought so much comic relief and so much fun to the show that when he left, it literally left a huge void.
Yeah.
And the show has not...
that with...
And not only Rey left, but Nora left too.
Yeah.
And so... it's really just left a huge void in the show for me. And, like, it's not as enjoyable as it once was.
Right.
Like, I still like it, but it's not the show that I used to love anymore. It's different.
Completely.
And it makes me sad. Because Legends was always the fun show. And now it's almost not fun to watch.
Yeah, I feel like Behrad is the new...
But the funny thing...
Emma.
The thing that's so funny is that, yes, I love Brandon Routh as Rey in Legends. But on Chuck, he is a freaking son of a bitch.
He is.
And he is, like, the worst character ever. Not in terms of, like, acting, but, like, evilness.
Yeah.
Like, he needs to GTFO.
You're telling Superman to get the fuck out?
Yes! Because in that show, he is bad.
That's true.
And you think that he's gone, and then he comes back again.
Right.
In a season you haven't seen yet.
Yeah.
And I'm like, son of a bitch!
He always comes back.
Well, because I was like, you know, I binged season 5 pretty quickly. Like, I had 5 episodes left to watch today, and I watched it all and finished it. I was on episode 9, and I finished the show.
Very nice.
So, you know, and like yesterday I watched more episodes than I planned to watch. I was only going to watch like 2 or 3 episodes yesterday, and ended up watching like 5 as well. So, you know, and... like, after what happened in an earlier season, you don't think that that character would show up again.
Right.
But he does. And I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? And then, there's one more guy who's the last big bad for, like, the last 3 episodes of the show. And him and Shaw are the 2 worst villains. Like, you think Shaw is bad? This guy is the literal worst. Because once you see what he does, you're going to think Shaw is tame compared to him.
Fuck.
And I don't want to tell you because spoilers, but he's really bad.
Oh, boy.
Like, you just need to watch it.
I need to finish the show.
You need to finish the show.
I watched it when it was airing.
Because I want to talk about it, and I can't talk about it because you're not done.
Oh, that's how I used to feel with every show you've watched. Can we talk about Charmed yet? No, I'm not done.
I'm sorry it took me a long time to watch Charmed, but I finally finished it. Same with Smallville.
Yeah.
It's hard when there are 10 seasons.
It is. But, you know, yeah, like, the moment, like, I mean, this episode lost me, but the moment it completely lost me until the Zari ending, was when Sarah walked up to the buffet table with Pink Bebo on it.
Mm-hmm.
And
with Gus.
And freaking goes, half alien to alien. I'm like, fuck no.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Yeah.
Like, how are you so okay with it already that you're using it as a ploy to talk to your Mark? Like,
It's just... It makes me sad when, like, shows that you really enjoy and that are, like, fun to watch and you look forward to go in a direction that you really wish they wouldn't take. And...
I mean, I don't have an issue with them making her an alien, but, like, a clone alien, like...
The issue is that...
There's been no character development from it.
It's not Sarah. It's a clone of Sarah.
Yeah.
And it will always be a clone of Sarah.
And Sarah will always be dead.
And Sarah will always be dead.
And this time there's no baby to name after her.
So...
Because fucking Barry erased that timeline, which he reminded us of the last episode of The Flash.
Yes, Barry has not made some good choices either, but we still love him.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Speaking of last episode of The Flash, last week's episode of Legends had the actor of Diggle on it, and we didn't mention it.
Because I forgot.
So did I. Like, it was hard to remember him because he had a mask on half the time.
I'm sure at some point I looked up and saw him and just didn't register that it was Diggle.
Well, he had this big-ass mustache, like, the kind of, like, slightly curly one.
Like handlebar mustache?
Yeah, but it wasn't like the full-on curl.
It was the Old West.
Yeah.
Of course he's going to have a mustache like that.
Yeah, you can totally tell it was just, like, tape on there. It was so, like, it looked fake.
No, excuse me.
But, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, there's that.
Yeah, but it's just not the show that...
It's not the show. Yeah, it's not the show we fell in love with. And they've been teasing, like, they teased at the end of the first season that Rip didn't fully die. And
yeah,
we never
he's
saw
not
his
gonna
body.
Come back. I don't think he's going to come back.
I mean,
it would be nice, but I don't think that he's going to.
True, but...
I don't think Arthur Darvill will show up again.
I know. But I can dream.
He will forever be Rory for me, not Mick Hunter. Rick Hunter.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, he'll always be Rory.
The last Centurion.
The nerdy-looking nurse.
I mean, it would be nice, but I doubt it.
Yeah.
Not with the direction the show's gone at this point.
No, I think at this point he'd be a little too embarrassed to show up on the show.
But let's just hope the last 13 episodes of Supergirl give us justice.
Yes.
Or not give us justice. Do us justice.
Yes.
Do justice for the show.
Exactly.
And the character.
Yes.
And tie up everything and give us the happy endings that we want. While leaving things open to interpretation.
I need Alex to get a kid before
while
this
leaving
whole
things
thing
open
ends.
to interpretation. As long as Kara's happy in the end, I don't really care who she ends up with.
I don't care if we get like an engagement or a wedding from Alex and Kelly. I just want Alex to get a kid. That's the only thing she's wanted since Maggie.
Well, wasn't she looking into adoption again?
Yes. But I want that to happen before the series ends.
Yeah.
We as fans deserve to see her that happy before it ends.
Well, we do. They'll probably do that.
Yeah. So Legends was kind of a shithole.
It was.
Except for the last minute.
And I hope that, like, the last 5 minutes, let's be real.
Yeah.
But let's hope that the rest of them aren't like this.
Yeah. So, I guess until next time, always stay true to who you are.